All right, everyone, let's dive right into this. Grab your notebooks, settle in, and get ready, because today I'm bringing that full-on, enthusiastic Ajahn energy straight to your screen. We're turning this explainer into an interactive masterclass that goes way, way beyond those dusty old high school textbooks. We're going to master how to talk about the weather and make logical assumptions just like native English speakers do every single day. So, are you ready to level up your English? Let's get started.
So, let me hook your English brains right out of the gate. The phrase is, come rain or shine. Have you ever heard this idiom in a movie, maybe in a pop song, or just in casual conversation? Take a quick second to guess what it means. I'll give you a tiny hint. It's all about unwavering, absolute commitment.
Well, there you have it. Come rain or shine literally translates to no matter the weather, or metaphorically, no matter what happens. Like, take this example. He goes jogging every morning, rain or shine. This means even if there's a literal hurricane outside or if it's boiling hot, this guy is out there running. Native speakers use this phrase all the time to show a true, unbreakable dedication to getting something done.
Okay, here's our game plan for today's explainer. Number 1, talking about the weather. Number 2, making logical assumptions. Number 3, expressing possibility. And finally, number 4, giving practical health advice.
First up on the agenda, Section 1, talking about weather, from the blazing sun to blizzards.
You know, to have great everyday conversations, you absolutely need the right vocabulary. So let's run through these extremes. We'll start hot. We've got pleasant sunshine, the intense blazing sun, and the totally unbearable heat wave. Then the wet stuff, a light drizzle, a quick shower, or a massive downpour and thunderstorm. And finally, the freezing cold stuff, sleet, hail, snow, and the extreme, blinding blizzard. I want you to look at this list and really challenge yourself right now. Which of these can you picture happening outside your own window today?
Moving on to Section 2, making logical assumptions. We're playing detective with modals.
So, when you make a deduction in English, you use these modal verbs to show your exact level of certainty. Think of it like a cheat sheet. You use must when you're like 90 to 100% sure something is true based on the evidence. You use can't when you are absolutely sure it is impossible. No way. And you use may or might when it's just a 50-50 guess. Keep this mental anchor in your head for the rest of our masterclass, okay?
All right, let's test this out. First interactive scenario. Imagine you step outside, you see a blazing sun, and the thermometer reads 30 degrees Celsius. As an English detective, what's your logical assumption here?
Boom, exactly. You'd say, it must be hot today. Now, notice my vocal inflection on must. You aren't guessing here. The evidence is literally right there on the thermometer. You are highly certain, so you lock it in with must.
Let's try another one. Here is a totally contrasting, freezing scenario for you. The ground outside is completely covered in white, and the temperature has plummeted to minus 20 degrees Celsius. Look at the clues. What do you deduce this time?
The really crucial point here is how we combine these modals to sound incredibly natural. You'd say, it must be snowing. It can't be Thailand. This perfectly illustrates using must for something you're completely sure is true, and can't for something you're certain is impossible. Because, let's be real, unless the laws of nature suddenly changed, minus 20 degrees means you definitely aren't standing in Bangkok.
All right, Section 3, expressing possibilities. This is for when you're just not quite sure.
In everyday life, we usually don't have absolute proof like a thermometer staring us in the face, right? That is exactly where may and might swoop in as your best tools. For instance, it may rain later, or they might go skiing next winter. They're just the perfect, polite little tools for your everyday 50-50 guesses. It's a solid possibility, but hey, there is zero guarantees.
And that brings us to Section 4, giving health advice. Protect your skin, protect your life. Now we're getting into the serious stuff. To talk about a sun safety campaign effectively, you need the specific vocabulary. We have words like exposure and the risk of being diagnosed with skin cancer, which tragically can be fatal. Now on the preventative side, you need to know SPF and sunscreen. And you absolutely must be aware of the dangers associated with a tanning salon or a sunbed. Guys, understanding these terms isn't just about passing an English test, it's about navigating real-world risks. So, fulfilling my role as an Ajahn who genuinely cares about your well-being outside the classroom, here are 3 actionable steps you need to take. 1. Understand your personal skin cancer risks.
2. Use SPF protection sunscreen every single day, come rain or shine. See how we tied that idiom right back in? And 3. Avoid extreme sun exposure and tanning salons entirely. Just don't do it.
To wrap up today's explainer, I'm giving you a classic classroom exit ticket. I want you to reflect on this. What are your safe sun habits, and what might happen if you completely ignore them? I challenge you to immediately use your new weather vocabulary and those modal verbs to answer this in your head right now. Keep practicing those logical assumptions, make sure you stay safe out there in the blazing sun, and I will catch you in the next explainer.